सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्. In the previous class, we have completed chapter 10 summary also, and now we are entering into chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita. Atha ekadasodhyayah Viswaroopa Sandarsana Yogaha. 11th chapter titled Viswaroopa Darsana Yogam. In Bhagavad Gita, the word yogam means a topic. Yoga means union, but here we can take it's a topic. Each chapter highlights one topic. So, the title of this topic is Viswaroopa Darsana Yogam. Means he is explaining, means Bhagavan is explaining his Viswaroopam. That is the subject matter here. Viswaroopa means Bhagavan's Swarupa as the very world itself, as the very Jagat itself. That is Ishvara Darshanam in terms of the very world. Viswaroopa means, Rupa means Akaram or shape. Therefore, Viswaroopa means the Jagat itself is Bhagavan. So, all the forms in this world are the forms of Bhagavan. Visva eva Rupam Akaraha Esya Viswarupaha. So, the Jagat is the Akara of Vishnu. So, how to have darshan of such a Bhagavan? Jagat Rupe Sthitasya Ishwarasya Darshanam Katham Sambhavati. So, usually if a Bhakta wants to have darshan of Bhagavan, he will have the sadhana, or he will have his prayer in one particular form. It may be Rama, it may be Krishna, or it may be Devi or Lakshmi. So he always chooses one akara and then proceeds with that akara and then do worship. So, to have darshan in that manner, we call Daiva Sakshatkaram. It may be Rama Darshanam, it may be Krishna Darshanam. Our Purana says do tapas. If you do tapas with ekagrata, you will get the darshana of the God you are seeking. So, initially, you have to worship, you have to meditate on the Saguna Ishvara. Meghasyabam Pita Kauseyavasam Srivatsankam Kaustubodbasitangam Punyopetam Pundarikayataksham Vishnum Vande Sarvalokaikanadham. So, to have that Rupa in the mind, there is a particular mantra. You have to do punascharana. You have to do it again and again. Suppose Om Namah Shivaya is there, Panchakshari. So, minimum 5 lakhs you have to do, or 5 crores if you can. So, that way, if you do japa, it is said that you get Bhagavad Sakshatkaram. So like this, now the basic question is, when a bhakta wants to have darshan of Bhagavan, especially in the form of Jagat, like, you can have darshan of Rama in the form of Rama. So, in the Jagat-Rupa Visweswara, can he be present there? That could be the idea. Will he present with Viswaroopa? That is the idea. So, usually we see when we have the Viswaroopa Darshanam, we have the big calendar with many hands, with many heads, and that giant picture is portrayed by artists. Really, the meaning of this Viswaroopa Darshanam is not having a mega picture of God in the human form with many hands and many heads and all that. The idea is Viswarupam is the Jagat as Vishwa. You have to imagine, you have to visualize the entire Jagat as Ishvara. All the heads in this universe are the heads of Bhagavan. All the hands in this universe are the hands of Bhagavan. So all the Jivarasis are the forms of Bhagavan. So that is the thing. All of us, we will be longing to see the darshan of Ishvara. All of us will be longing to have darshan of Ishvara. And we, for that matter, many believe the very darshan is moksham. In fact, the very darshan may not be moksham because Ravana had darshan and Duryodhana had darshan and Dhritarashtra had darshan. All people who are contemporaries of Krishna and Rama, they had darshan. But some were not having that sattvic guna. They were into asuri gunas. So even though the presence of God is there, they could not utilize His presence. Now, imagine Bhagavan is giving his darshan. How wonderful it is. How excellent it is. He is going to give you darshan to all Gita Satsangis in the form of the very Jagat. If you have, he is also going to give you a special eye, Divya Chakshu, so that you can see the very world as God. By having this special eye, you can appreciate the Jagat as Ishvara. So, he has become the world. He transformed himself into the world. So, he said that in Taitiriyam, Tasmadva ye tasmad atmana akasa sambhutah akasadvayuhu vayoragnihi agnirapaha adbhya prudivi. Therefore, before Jagat, Bhagavan is already there as Atma. If that is the case, how he can be the Vishwam? How can we have Vishwa as Ishvara? So here we have to understand, if you have any experience, there are two aspects. One, whatever be the experience with any object, that object must be right in front of me. So, you should be ready to see the world in front of you as God. So then only you can appreciate the Viswaroopa Darshanam. Then only you can enthrall, you can be in ecstasy when you are transacting in this world. So this is a wonderful experience. Mere darshanam will not give transformation. Like I told you, Ravana had darshan. Ravana faced Rama. Eye to eye, he has seen him. Rama gave him a chance. You go home and come tomorrow and realize yourself. The next day he came, but he did not realize. He wanted to fight with Rama. He had to face the defeat. Same is the case with Kamsa. Kamsa, he had adharma. And even though he had Daiva Sakshatkaram, there is no change in him. So now, Bhagavan is presenting himself to all of us. We should not be like Kamsa and Ravana. We should transform and enjoy his presence and have the divinity. How he is presenting himself, how he is giving his darshan as the very Jagat. So, to have this darshan, the first and foremost thing that is required is my preparedness, my readiness, and my refinement. So if I have this, then I can really engross myself into this world. If I understand the world properly, the Jagat is nothing but Ishvara. If I don't understand Ishvara properly, I see Jagat as Jagat. That's why Vishnu Sahasranama did not start with the word Vishnu. It started with Vishwam. Viswam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Therefore, there is only one way. I have to train my mind. I have to understand. I have to assimilate and see the world as Bhagavan's Vyaktarupam, manifested form. Bhagavan's manifested form is this world. So how I can give this kind of training, how I can train my mind? For that, there is only one way. You have to understand the teaching, Bhagavad Gita's teaching properly, in a right perspective, and digest it. Bhagavan himself presented himself as the very world. He became this world. Bahusyam prajayeti. So in a technical language, Bhagavan is the Upadana Karanam of Jagat. So as Upadana Karanam, he is all through the Karyam. The gold alone pervades all ornaments. In the same way, Ishvara, with different names and forms, presented himself in this very world. If you understand the teaching properly and assimilate, your vision will change. To have this vision, to have this kind of understanding, you need a special eyes called Jnana Chakshu. That means the eyes which are possessed with Jnana, Jnana Netram. So to understand Bhagavan's Leela, to understand his Niguda, his secretive manifestation, we have to have Jnana Netram. So it all started with 7th chapter, 7, 9, 10. He has elaborately made us understand his very Swarupa. If somebody gives you a laddu, you simply put it in a mouth and gulp it, gobble it. Suppose the person says, no, this is not just a laddu I have brought from Bazaar, but this is from Tirupati. Then that laddu goes near your eyes, and then you offer your namaskaras to Lord Venkateswara, and then you eat. So this attitude is because of your Jnana Netram. So when you have this kind of Jnana Netram, you don't see the laddu as mere an ordinary laddu, but you take it as Isvara Prasadam. If a Nastika looks at the world, he looks at it in a most materialistic way. He takes everything as a mere, material, like neutrons, protons and all that. Whereas a person who understands, who assimilates the teaching of Gita, he can really enjoy this world as the very presence of God. So he can enjoy the very presence of God. So that's what Paramatma mentioned in chapter 7 onwards. Rasohum apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sesi suryayoho. I am the very taste in the water. I am Surya and Chandra in the brilliance. I am the very water. If I simply drink water, I can see the presence of God. If I see the sunlight, or if I have the moonlight, I get the blessed darshan of God. So whatever I do, wherever I go, whatever I undergo, is all God, God and God alone. So this kind of Nitya Iswara Sambandham or Pratyaksha Iswara Sambandham is a rarest of rarity. People look for it and do a lot of tapas, and they fail miserably. Whereas you can easily get his darshan if you have proper attitude and proper understanding. Only slight change in your attitude is required. So it is not like another Rupam of Rama or Krishna when we say Viswaroopa Darshanam, where Rama or Krishna appears for a moment and disappears. This darshan is there throughout your life. What a facility, what a wonder it is. What a great blessing it is. So may you understand, may you meditate, may you really enthrall and may you be in ecstasy when you are transacting with this world. You are transacting with the God. God is there right in front of you. What a beautiful experience. So with this, we are starting our 11th chapter. Ekadasodhyayaha Viswaroopa Sandarsana Yogaha. Arjuna Uvacha Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyamadhyatva Sanchitam Yotvayoktam Vachasthena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna said, Yat Paramam, this supreme, Guhyam Vachaha, secret teaching, Adhyatma Sanchitam, named Adhyatmam, Vuktam Tvaya, has been imparted by you. Madanugrahaya, for blessing me. I am Mohaha Mama, this delusion of mine, Vigataha, has gone. Tena, by that. Arjuna Uvacha, Tvaya mat anugrahaya adhyatma sanchitam yat paramam guhyam vachaha vuktam. Tena mama ayam mohaha vigataha. Arjuna said, this supreme secret teaching named Adhyatmam has been imparted by you for blessing me, for my welfare. This delusion of mine has gone by that. So, Slokas 1 to 8 are the introductory slokas. So, Arjuna is thrilled by the explanation of Bhagavan. So, he is in that ecstasy. He wants more and more and more. It started from the second chapter onwards. In the first Shatkam, Bhagavan gave Jivaroopa Varnana. Jiva is not the body. Vasamsi jirnani yada vihaya navani gruhnati naroparani. So, the entire Sthola Sariram, when at the time of birth, whatever the body we wear is only a temporary one. So, when you die, you have to leave this body. That means you are not the body. In the same way, the mind also resolves in Sushupti. We use the mind only in Jagridavastha and Swapnavastha. Therefore, you are not the mind also. You are Sakshi Chaitanyam. So, in second chapter, Sloka 12 up to 25, Paramatma gave an excellent description of Atma. He has given an introduction of one's own reality. Then again in third chapter he said, Indriyani paranyahuhu, indriyebhya param manaha, manasastu parabuddhi, yo buddhe paratastu saha. So, same thing in chapter 4 and 5. So, Arjuna wanted to convey his thanks. So, he is saying, Madanugrahaya Tvaya Vachaha Vuktam. Vachaha Vuktam means the Jnana Vachanas. The words which explain the Swarupam. So you gave Atma Bodha. You explained my real Swarupa. All this you did to give me that inner space, that inner freedom, so that I can be free from dukkha nivrutti I can have. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yogam. Yogam means not Adhyatmika sadhana. Dukkham is not Adhyatmika sadhana. Therefore, Arjuna Vishada Yogam is an analysis of the misery of Arjuna. Paramam Vachaha. What type of teaching is yours? What type of teaching you give? What type of teaching you have given to me? It is very, very sreshtam, very, very useful. It gives me liberty because it is all about Atma. Guhyam. Guhyam means very secretive knowledge. So it cannot be understood by all. It can be understood only those who are prepared and those who are refined. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tattvataha. To come to Jnana Marga, only few will like it. Therefore, though there are few people, these are the luckiest lot. Adhyatma sanchitam. Adhyatma Vishayam. You explained. Therefore, it is not Laukika Vidya, Adhyatma Vidya. What is the use of this bodha? Mama ayam mohaha vigataha. So, my moham, my delusion is gone. I don't have delusion anymore. You should understand with what context the entire Gita emerged. The entire Gita is triggered with one point which is called moham, delusion. Moham ragam shokam. Karpanya doshopa swabhavaha. Pruchhamitvam dharma sammuda chetaha. Echreyaha san nischitam bruhi tanme. Sishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam. So, Arjuna's mind was wavering and vacillating. He felt very uncomfortable. He thought that he is doing the greatest sin by killing his guru and grandfather. He is doing greatest sin. That's what Arjuna thought. In one side, dharma rakshana, protection of dharma. He has to do yuddham. On the other side, he has to kill his guru and grandfather. So he is in a confused state. He is in a chaos. This delusion is of two types. Dharma delusion. Delusion of dharma and adharma. Delusion of atma and anatma. So, Bhagavad Gita addresses both. Bhagavad Gita tells you what is dharma and what is atma. So, you have got the advantage of knowing both. So, after explaining the Jiva Swarupa from the second Shatkam onwards, Paramatma gave the Ishvara Swarupa. So Arjuna is continuing his request. Sloka 2, second sloka. Bhavapyayo hi bhutanam srutau vistaraso maya tvatta kamalapatra mahatmyamapi chavyayam. Kamalapatraksha, O Krishna, he, the verily, bhavapyayo, the origin and delusion, bhutanam, of beings, cha api, as well as avyayam mahatmyam, your inexhaustible glory, srutau, were heard, maya, by me, tvat, from you, vistarasaha, in detail. He Kamalapatraksha, bhutanam bhava api ayo maya tvattaha vistarasaha srutau hi avyayam mahatmyam apicha srutam. O Krishna, verily the origin and dissolution of all beings, as well as your inexhaustible glory, were heard by me from you in detail. For Arjuna, his adoration towards Krishna Paramatma is growing in leaps and bounds. So, he never thought Krishna as a guru. He was having a feeling that he is a relative. He never thought he is a Jagat Guru. Now he realized the greatness of Krishna Paramatma. So he is praying, Hey Kamalapatraksha. So he started describing Krishna Paramatma as Kamalapatraksha. Bhutanam tvattaha bhavapyayo. So you are the reason for the utpatti, means srishti. Avyayaha means the resolution. You are the reason for creation and also resolution. So we have to add sthiti also. Srishti, sthiti, layam. All three we have to add. Bhutana means characharatmaka jagat. Both moving and non-moving things in this world. Tvattaha. They all emerge from you. You are the very substratum for this entire world. So waves, they are born out of ocean, and then finally they go on to the ocean. That means what? The wave is a name given to the ocean. So in the same way, the entire Srishti is just like a wave in the ocean. Maya Sruto. I heard it very clearly and understood. Maya Sruto Vistarasaha. You explained it in detail. You did not leave anything. You have left no stone unturned. Mahatmam apichavyayam. So not only that you expounded the Swarupam, but you also explained your Mahima, your Vibhuti, your Leelas. So if you have to look at the Bhagavad Leelas, you have to go to Bhagavata. You can understand how he killed Rakshasas, how he lifted Govardhanagiri and Kaliya Mardhanam. All these things you can enjoy there. If you want to see Avatara, you have to see Ramayana. If you want to have Viswaroopa Darshanam, it is not that Darshanam which I am talking in the calendars and all that. If you want to have real Viswaroopa Darshanam, you have to understand Gita. And then you open your eyes. Wherever you see, whatever you see is God. Whatever you experience is godly experience, the divine experience. Ishvara Vibhuti. Ishvara Vibhuti is avyayam, is endless. Viswaroopa Mahima is avyayam, endless. So, you have seen Jiva Swarupam and Ishvara Swarupam. Ishvara Mahima also is being explained. Therefore, he says, my delusion is no more there. I could overcome the delusion. So, with this, Bhagavad Gita is over. In fact, Bhagavan must have said Om Tat Sat. But he extended up to 18 chapters. Because there at the end he said, Nashto Mohaha Smritir Labda. So he said that I understood the entire teaching. My moha is gone totally. Bhagavan is right in front of you, but you are not realizing. The problem is not in the Viswaroopa Ishvara. Because he is there before you are born. The problem is that you are not ready to receive him. You are not ready to see him. Because you are deluded by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. They are blocking our eyes like the cataract. So, Bhagavan need not appear before us in the human form. That is a very primitive idea. Bhagavan is already there, right in front of you. This is what you have to understand and assimilate. In the chapter 1, we have seen that Arjuna's mind is totally clouded by moham, by delusion. That's why he lost dharma vichakshana. He doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. Now, after getting exposed to Shastra, he says that my delusion is no more there. I don't have any delusion now. Sloka 3. Evame etadyara tattvam atmanam parameshwara drashtumichhami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. Parameshwara, O Lord, etat, it is, evam, just so, yatha tvat atta, as you describe, atmanam, yourself, purushottama, O Lord, ichhami drashtum, I desire to see, te aishwaram rupam, your divine form. He Parameshwara, yatha evam tvam atmanam atha, etat he purushottama te aishwaram rupam drashtum ichhami. O Lord, it is just so as you describe yourself. O Lord, I desire to see your divine form. Parameshwara, O Lord of the entire Jagat, you are the reason for Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. Now he says you are Sthitikarta. Purushottama, this word Purushottama means he is a very important person. Uttama Purusha. There is another Vedantic meaning which is explained in 15th chapter. Purushottama means Nirguna Brahma. That anyway we are going to learn there. Etat yatha tvam atha evam. Whatever you are going to teach, whatever you are teaching, all that I understood. You have imparted this knowledge in a systematic way so that I could understand the entire concept. If Bhagavan is Karanam, Jagat is Karyam. Karanam is not away from the Karyam. So, Bhagavan cannot be away from Jagat. Gold is Karanam, ornaments are Karyam. Gold is not away from the ornaments. In the same way, Bhagavan is within the Karyam. Atmanam means whatever you explained is all true and I understood very well. Te rupam aiswaram drashtum ichchami. I want to see more and more of your Viswaroopa. So, Arjuna is requesting once more. Sloka 4. Manyase yeditachakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshwara tato me tvam darsayatmanam avyayam. Prabho, O Lord, Yadi manyase, if you consider iti, that tat sekyam, it can be drashtum maya, seen by me. Tataha, then tvam darsaya me, then you show me. Avyayam atmanam, your inexhaustible form. Yogeshwara, O Lord. Hey Yogeshwara, Prabhu, maya tat drashtum sekyum iti tvam idi manyase, tataha me avyayam atmanam darsaya. O Lord, if you consider that it can be seen by me, then you show me your inexhaustible form, O Lord. So this Viswaroopam is in the Jagat. We have to see Bhagavan in the very Jagat. So we should be ready and refined to have this darshanam. Tat drashtum sekyam yadi manyase. O Krishna, if you think that I am capable, I am qualified to have your Divya Darshan, kindly show me your Viswaroopam. So, this attitudinal change should come gradually in a sadhaka. That means the capacity to see the world as God, it dawns, it emerges in the mind over a period of time. But Arjuna is in a hurry, so he wants specialize to see the world as God. Yogeshwara, hey, Bhagavan, you have got all siddhis. So, may you give that capacity to me so that I can see your darshanam. I can have your darshanam as the very world. Tataha me atmanam darsaya. So, you alone make me capable of having your darshanam, which is avyayam. Avyayam means which is imperishable, which is eternal. So, this he said because when he sees Bhagavan as the very Jagat, how many names and forms are there? So many names and so many forms. All the names, all the forms are Bhagavan's names and Bhagavan's forms. So to have this understanding, he needs to have a special mind, a special eye, so that he's praying God, praying Krishna Bhagavan to capacitate him, to give him that qualification, to equip him with the qualification so that he can visualize Bhagavan in the very world. Om Tat Sat Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om